Hello and welcome back to Feel Bad Friday. I'm Andy Hall, the developer behind Test Tube Games, of course, and I'm here to play through a level that a player has made in the game. Because I make the games, I think I'm pretty good at them, and I want to see if I can beat the levels that other people make in them. This week, we're going to play the Two Sides by a random player. Now, I apologize, it's been a couple of weeks in between the last Feel Bad Friday, so I hope everybody had happy holidays. I did very nice holidays with my little guy, my little son, and we had a glorious time. The name of the game here is I'm going to try to get all 3 stars, get the Shocktopus to all 3 stars, get to the exit, which is in the upper, let me get my mouse moving around here, exit's in the upper right-hand corner up there, and see if I can do it. We can switch over to the Feel Bad Friday viewer, where I get to count the number of deaths that I've got going on. So 0 so far, so I'm doing very well. The game is about electricity and magnetism, so we've got, in this case, a whole bunch of conductors around. So I'm standing on some conductors that are charged positively, charged positive voltage. And there's negative voltage conductors over there. These tiles, the ones that are used to kind of draw the arrow, are grounded conductors way in the back of the screen, way behind us. So yeah, this is all rendered, or not rendered, calculated, simulated in 3D. Calculating what the electric fields would look like in this whole space, given this configuration. In this case of conductors, sometimes there's electric charges around too. The stuff in the middle is magnetic fields going into and out of the screen, right next to each other in this case. If you've done physics, you know what the dots and the X's stand for. If not, all you need to know is that magnetic fields bend electric charges. So, that said, got the basis here. Let me start trying to beat this level. I'm going to go fling myself with the arrow lines. Up and around. Bam. 1 star. Not too shabby. The second star. Okay. Almost. Oh, no. Almost. Almost. Aha! Star number 2. And star number 3. I'm not charged, so those magnetic fields don't affect me, but... Oh, that's bad news. The bad news being these all attract on this side, those all repel on the other side of the screen. Because I'm positive, attract to negative charges, negative voltages. Well, I'm going to go down. I got all 3 stars. That's my big goal here. It's my medium goal. My big goal is to get all 3 stars and get to the exit. Let's see. We got all these attracting and pushing. And no. That's not going to do it. Oh, and these are all repulsive as well. So I can just float down here for a little while. That's kind of cool. Whee! So there are charges in this level. Sorry, I didn't notice them down there. Positive and negative charges and those spikes at the bottom. Ooh, boink. First things first. Oh, no, 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 no. I've already said first things first. Second things second? Whatever it is, we have 1 star, 2 stars. Now I am playing the game in version 0.9, so that's like the latest version. I just released it yesterday with a couple fixes coming, so it works on Linux and stuff like that. The main difference, by the way, is art changes. If you've been watching before, you notice that the game looks quite a bit different. So it's, the background's all changed and some of the tiles are changed. Oh. Ah. Okay, I've been thinking about this all wrong. I'm trying to use the electric forces purely, but there's a reason this game involves magnetic forces too. And that is because they're important and awesome and will bend me. So if I'm flying to the side, I'll get the mouse cursor since my finger's weird to try to look at. I'm going to fly this way, and I'm going to try to go up this way and push shift. These will bend me clockwise, and these will spin me counterclockwise. So if I fly through it, I can go, and my sideways motion can fling me upwards, and hopefully all the way upwards, oopsies, to reveal the forums where I got the code for the levels. By the way, if you'd like to share the levels that you made, I'm always looking for more levels. By more people, if you've made one, if you want to make one, if you have any interest in making one, please do, because I'm on the lookout for them. Alright. So I'm going to repel. Go up like that, but that was not enough to do it. But we're on a good track here. Not enough to do it. And this is the point of the level. Oh, missed it. Where I just start dying a whole lot. Like Act 2. Oh! How did I do that? Ha ha! Oh! How did I do that? Thankfully, there's like these little trails that go behind me, and this is a very useful time for that. I think I charged right there. I mean, naturally following this exact path that a random player drew out. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried the level. You never know if the level's been rendered, it's all physics. It's been rendered impossible by some change that I made here or there. Though that... Let's not count my chickens, so to speak. Because I still haven't beaten this level. With all the stars. Okay. I'm just going to attract up. Just going to... Yes! No! No, 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 no! Oh! Oh! Oh, it's going to involve that. Ha-ha! Magnetic field will swoop me right around. Okay, so let me get this star. Enough child's play here. After 21 deaths of Shocktopus. After 22 deaths of Shocktopus. End this. Thank you all, by the way, for those of you who have been supporting me on Steam Greenlight and leaving great comments and feedback. They've been really useful, so that's what led to me doing an art pass on the game. And, changing some things, making this lightning so much more lightning-y. And all those things I really hadn't hadn't thought of before. Or it's always nice to have fresh eyes look at it and give you some feedback. So I really do appreciate all that feedback. I've been working on the game for a long time, so some fresh eyes can be really useful. Okay, so here we are. Up and over. Haha, haha. 3 stars. I'm in the safe zone. I've been here, and I've managed to get to the exit before. So I will admit, I'm not good at getting to the exit. But here we go. Up and down. Okay. No. Up and over. I wonder if I could just go from here. No, that's not gonna work. Oh, no. It's like a speed run where you don't know how to do it yet. And you're just watching me try to practice these little pieces of the level. Ah! Ugh! Alright, so I'm gonna charge. Do I just stay charged? Maybe that's the way to do it. So I just stay charged. No, that's not the way to do it. I will say, I do think this level is more difficult than it was once upon a time. Because a random player made this a while back, and since then the physics has changed in the game to make things more accurate, things like that. I just find better ways of doing things. And that may have changed how these conductors are doing their conductorly things. So, woo! It may have been a little more straightforward when a random player made it. Though I'm not going to go as far to say it was easy or anything. But now I've seen it's possible, at least. It's a matter of pride. Oh, that's so cool. I love how magnetic fields flip you around. Wow. They're just like beautiful little curves. All actual. Actually, what would happen were you to be an electrically charged octopus moving around a giant world of, electromagnetism and gravity. Not too different from what we are now. And death! 101! You know what that means? It means this is going to be the last time. This is it. This is... By last time, I mean I'm gonna win. Okay. No more Mr. Nice Game Developer. Yeah, like that. Like that. That's the right path. That's what I want. That's not it. That's not it at all. Oh my gosh. This is why we watch this, folks. Get to see somebody torn from their sanity. Ah! Shocktopus by Shocktopus. Ha 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 ha! Ah! This is the turn of it all, where I start wondering whether it's all possible, whether it's all worth it. Why did I go into video game? I only have 1 star. We all know I can't leave with just 1 star. I need all of the stars. I can fly so high. I can fly so high. Sorry, cut that part. Edit that out. I love how the Shocktopus still has the same, like, beautiful. The audio work, by the way, that you're hearing, the sound effects and such, are done by Kevin Notar. Kevin Notar. Notar? Oh, gosh, Kevin, I'm sorry. Butchering your last name. But he did awesome sound effects. Got the things from cool places, like the pitter-patter of the Electric Shocktopus when he runs back and forth. Is... When you think about what that sound effect might be, it's not actually an octopus running around. Oh, sorry, jumping around. That sounds like an octopus running around. It is, in fact, wow, you all saw I had that piece of it. I had the piece. It's just the consistency. It's just lacking the consistency. Okay, middle. It was like the middle-ish. And then the middle-ish. And then charging myself. So the sound effect of pitter-patter feet was Kevin pitter-pattering his fingers in hand sanitizer on the desk. So he ports them out, and you know, that like alcohol hand sanitizer, and just pitter-pattered and got a microphone in there. You know, did all sorts of audio magic. Man, I'm just gonna start going for it. Did all sorts of audio magic to make it, you know, happen. To make it sound a little bit different, you know, tweaked it. But all in all, we got the sound that's somebody's fingers going across some hand. The other bit of audio trivia is Brian Allen Holmes, the guy who did the music for the game, which I generally turn off during the Feel Bad Fridays because I want y'all to be able to hear me. And not be distracted by some sweet tunes. Oh my gosh. So he's the one who did the music for Burrito Bison, which, if you don't know that game, you should go play it. Because it is rad. And I think there was a Burrito Bison 2 that came out. But Burrito Bison 1, at the very least, that I spent a lot of time doing. It's one of those, you know, like the kitty cannon sort of things, where you try to get the furthest by bouncing off stuff and not hitting the wrong thing. But the music for it, the game was great. It's like fun and cartoony. Not that I like funny and cartoony games. But the music was incredible. It was the only music from a Flash game that I like had stuck in my head Why? I can't. Underneath doesn't even count. Ugh. This is the only Flash game music I had stuck in my head. Like, I could still sing it for you, which is mind-boggling. And then, out of the blue, Brian Allen Holmes got in touch with me, just, saying, hey, I do some audio stuff. You want some music? I'm like, oh my gosh. This is rad. So, in his honor, let's crank the tunes a little bit. Oh yeah. I asked for something beachy and electric, kind of like electric rock. Yeah, the Electric Shocktopus and that electric guitar of his. Wait, where did I do the music? Oh, turn it off. And yeah, beachy electric rock, but like cartoony and fun and a little bit epic, but not too over the top, so you can still play a game while listening to it, and it would loop nicely too. And this guy was like, you should have just booted me right out after requesting all those things in one song. But lo and behold, he went and made something that's got this Caribbean flair, while also being epic and also having some like electric, rock sort of influences to it. Like, it feels really rad. All right, but there you go. Oh, I think that might be it. Let me keep on trying. Yeah, no. My guess is a random playlist level was not intended to be quite so difficult because I added these back in, and I think they're being closer grounded conductors than it may have been when you created the level. So maybe it's pulling a little bit more. Or maybe it's equally as hard. I don't know for sure. But in any case, thank you all for joining me on this week's Feel Bad Friday. It was feeling bad. I didn't succeed in doing it, but made it to 201 deaths, so hey, that's something. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all, by the way, for supporting the Greenlight campaign that's going on right now. If you don't have the Electric Shocktopus yet, it's out on my website. You can pick it up. It's version 0.9, which just came out. So just working out the last few bugs and improvements. But send your suggestions my way. I love to hear feedback. And I love to get levels, too, if you would like. If you made a level and you would like me to play it. So thank you all for joining us this week. And see you all next time on Feel Bad Friday.